you get a yeah. And my love for you, it runs deeper. So I write this birthday song for you. Kaide together, beautiful, beautiful. Beta watama milito. Takupa dola na euro. Tomaisha tola ka simple. Just for your love, kaide to be beautiful, beautiful. Beta watama milito. Takupa dola na euro. Tomaisha tola ka simple. Just for your love, kaide to be quiero.
Makulione mainge tata songea pando balane bumiene nanoa kana unenge medo makona we mobango kona oseo aku ndwetembua kila nenando nena utano lakini kibinduni ngwetie kwea nenge medo makona we mobango kona oseo aku ndwetembua sisiala yo akana kaku uayaku embeteke sisiala yo akana kaku uayaku embeteke meteke meteka beteke uayaku embeteke meteke meteka beteke uayaku embeteke Jessica naningotona neweka madena ne mainge ngoya kwa ninoete nenge medo makona we mobango kona useo waku nwetembua nenge bina wakwekea blind. Give me your eyes, oh Lord. Let me see. Oh, skada-ba-da-da-ba-dee-da, 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 skada-da-da-da-ba-dee-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, skada-ba-da-dee-da-dee-ba-ba-dee-da. Oh, bayo akana kaku, buayaku esisia bayo. Esisia bayo akana kaku, buayaku ekweteke, ekweteka, ekweteke, buayaku ekweteke, ekweteka, ekweteke, buayaku ekwetelila, kwetelila mutongo iwanga ibuayake. Nakukwetelila, kwetelila mutongo iwanga ibuayake, ekweteke, ekweteka, ekweteke, buayake, ekweteke, 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 buayake, don't you give up.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
And you are listening to the wonderful sound of Manasseh Shalom. That was Mbua. So he was just saying, let the good rain of the Lord pour down on you. And right before that, we had Wanjine with K. We were just debating right now how you pronounce that. Mother tongue, what do you call it when it's gone? It just goes. You know, your colonizers did not do as well. But in case you don't know what this is, I am Caroline Murote. This is a Sheversations on a Power Radio. This is where you tune in to power up. And on this show, we are amplifying female voices. So in case that is something that interests you, you might want to stick around for the next 2 hours. We are going to be hanging out from 11 right now. It is 11:11. So, you know, you guys with your weird angel numbers, this might be a good time to take that screenshot. But we're going to be here until 1 in the PM, and this is going to be a fun 2 hours. And so what do we have on the lineup for you? Yeah, you guys have been weird on the social medias. You've been very cutesy and demure. I have no idea what's going on. Kenya. Nini, like what's the problem, guys? Kwani hatujangi kizungu? Why are we doing this? But no, actually, let me stop that because it's literally the whole internet. I'm trying to understand why. Where does it come from? Is it brain rot? I'm just trying to understand like the lifespan of a trend, the algorithm. I have no idea how some of these things trend because demure and cutie maybe is a new, it's a new age word, but demure has existed. Like the Daniel Stills and what are they called? Those guys who read Stephen Baldwin's. What are they called? Before I lie, let me not lie. You guys are gonna come for me. This things have existed and now everybody is like a demure and cutesy, and some of you guys are embarrassing yourselves, but I am here for it. I love it. Let us butcher these languages, let us enjoy these languages because sasa hatujui zetu. Do you understand? So like a win is a win. So I'm gonna be here chilling. I'm gonna be demure and cutesy the whole time, the whole 2 hours. And please feel free to shout us out and like take a photo and just like caption yourself how you're being demure and cutesy. How is your Monday morning? How has your weekend been? On Power Radio, you can find us at Power Radio I've already said that. On Instagram, on Twitter. You can find us on TikTok, and we are live right now streaming on YouTube. So please feel free to holler at us. And up next, we are going to be listening to a jam. So I hope that you enjoy this, and we'll be back to hear what's happening.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
I got flows, hii mizizi kauna po tuna fast forward. Mziki ngumu bila dosa ka cash flow. I'm on a ngoja wa kupika marathon. Kaza hustle.
Warazi watembe ule mishoka bado na skill ya wembe. Injili meoga itabak ni wapende. Soka mna mboga hizi buzz ni kasembe. Wako chuma utadhani wame crossbreed na metal. I don't bite niko soki na dental. Mitaani najua mbogi ma metro. Yesu makamagera na meshogi wa metro.
Wanawake pekee aje duniani ili atufie. Sababu ya damu yake mimi na wewe tuna uzima wa milele. Haijalishi no mapiga sala. Mola atakupa namna, atakuvusha salama, ngori atageuza sawa.
Rada ya Yesu ibambe, nasifa zake zitambe,
Rada ya Yesu ibambe, nasifa zake zitambe. I know my Jehovah is good for real. Nothing can change my mind on him. Ananipenda, trust me for free. Kila nakoenda is my company. You're my strength, you're my muscle. Shuleni nipo kidato. Devo nakula kichapo. Ulipo ni papo. Maisha yangu ni yako. You're my one and only.
Time is money so I spend kwa misa. Wana content, tushawa frightened kuandika. Hapa ni buzz bila license ya lika. Umetu equip na hisi high sense na mika. No digide hundio mwito, original hundio mpiko. Jiwe na lao, we live in a mission. Nakani negative, the better keep off. Rara, na Yesu is strong.
You're my strength, you're my muscle. Shuleni nipo kidato. Devo nakula kichapo. Ulipo ni papo. Maisha yangu ni yako. You're my one and only.
Rada ya Yesu ibambe, nasifa zake zitambe,
Rada ya Yesu ibambe, nasifa zake zitambe. I got flows, hii mizizi kauna po tuna fast forward. Mziki ngumu bila dosa ka cash flow. I'm on a ngoja wa kupika marathon. Kaza hustle.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Wipe my tears dry. With your smile convince my broken heart I will be okay someday. To do whatever it takes to do. I don't mind, I don't care, as long as I end up with you. Ambia hao wengine wasonge kando. Ni mimi na wewe mpaka mwisho. Ambia hao wengine wasonge kando. Mimi na wewe mpaka mwisho. Take my wings and fly. Don't be scared to try and touch the sky. If you fall, I will be there. To do whatever it takes to do. I believe in you. Ambia wasonge kando, ni mimi na wewe mpaka mwisho. Ambia hao wengine wasonge kando, ni mimi na wewe mpaka mwisho. Ambia wengine wasonge kando, ni mimi na wewe mpaka mwisho. Ambia hao wengine wasonge kando, ni mimi na wewe tu.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
So Shambiwa, that was Billy Black with Ambiwa, and right before that we had Rada by Carrera Laura. Oh my goodness, the ancestors will not let me be. And Stony Jiwe. So they were like Rada, that's how it be. So you guys on the interwebs have been very interesting. I've been seeing a trending discussion generally across social media. Some Kenyans have been chiming in. We have a couple of Nigerians here and there. The guys across the oceans have been chiming in. And I just wanted to ask you guys, is hygiene cultural? Is hygiene cultural? Because is it a thing where, what do you think about hygiene being cultural, and what does that actually mean? Because I've been watching these videos on Instagram, on TikTok, and people are saying it really depends on where you come from, what your concept of hygiene is. But in this day and age where we're having global conversations and also having global experiences of what it means to look nice, what it means to be clean, is hygiene cultural? Now, I'm going to be a little bit scandalous and say that there have been rumors across the internet that a lot of people from the West probably don't scrub their heels. Why? Like, what is the reason? And is it true? Is it something that you have seen for yourself? Is it something that you can confirm? Are there statistics? Is there evidence? Is somebody out there doing research on what are the hygiene practices across the races, across the across the cultures and genders? Is hygiene different, between males and females? Actually, let's talk about that. Hygiene when it comes to girls and when it comes to guys. Why do we hold ourselves to different standards? I have a good idea why, and I think a lot of it has to do with, the things that go on in our body. But is that a reason to hold each other to different standards? Because the standards that girls are held to when it comes to hygiene are so ridiculously high. And there is such a huge disparity if you compare how we expect guys to look and smell and at least seem clean. Like, it's okay for a guy to show up in a concert and he's the one doing the show in some raggedy t-shirt, but if a lady tries the same, the whole internet will come for you. And I think that conversation about hygiene actually marries with beauty standards, because we have, and I know girls are girls and guys are guys. I understand. I'm not trying to break the internet and act like, we're all going to look like Tom, Dick, and Harry. No, some of us actually are not interested in looking like Toms, Dicks, or Harrys. However, I think that we need to have different conversations on how we teach our young guys about hygiene in comparison to girls. Like, if you're going to teach a girl to be careful about UTIs on the toilet seat, we might as well teach the guy not to leave his pee on the toilet seat, or at least to put it up. But like, probably just wipe it before you put it up. Do you understand? It goes both ways. So if everybody knows how to wipe before they seat and they know how to wipe after they use it, then there's nobody catching infections from shared toilets. And this is mostly in home situations where you have different genders sharing bathrooms. Because in our third world Africa, which we're very seriously fighting against, this concept of third world and what it means for our economy and our livelihood, it is not possible for each and every person in every single household to have their personal bathroom. as much as we would like that, it's just not happening right now. And until we get to that point, can we be a little bit more considerate with that? Now, another thing that I have been wondering about, guys, is Kwahi Baridi, why are people not wearing leggings and trousers and more leggings and more trousers? Because tell me why. Ladies, why are you walking in the streets? Freezing. And you probably have the option to put on trousers. Like if it's not a religious or cultural reason. And even if it is, nothing is stopping you from putting on the type of skirts that actually go so low that they actually keep you warm. So I feel like we need to fix something. There's something that needs to be fixed in our psyche as ladies in Kenya, because I was coming to work this morning and I genuinely saw ladies feeling cold. And I was like, I bet this lady has a pair of leggings somewhere. I'm pretty sure that a lot of these ladies have a pair of leggings. And that if you're not comfortable having that on, you could get to work and take it off. You just go to the bathroom 1 second and like roll that thing up and put it in your handbag. Can we please just not do things that don't make sense? Let's take care of ourselves. Let's actually have leggings. Let's actually opt for trousers, and actually be weather appropriate, because there's no reason to suffer in this cold. The economy is already hard enough. Don't make it harder for yourself by not being warm. And in the spirit of being warm, I'm just here to remind you guys to please not have babies that you don't intend to have. That is not the kind of warmth we're talking about. It is about this time where I've been saying since last week that 9 months from now, we're going to have a lot of you guys. We're going to have a few Kamothos and Otienos, and, it's not necessary. Please don't keep yourself warm in ways that will last 21 years. Do you understand? Use protection. And with that said, we are going to Panda Basi right now with Mvua. This is Power Radio.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Baby, lately Nairobi's very cold. Baby, I need your touch, I need your hold. Baby, lately Nairobi's very cold. Baby, I need your touch, I need your hold. Andavasi uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Andavasi uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Andavasi uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Andavasi uche Nairobi. Usiku you come me, you gaze at the stars all alone. It's been so long. Usiku you come me, you gaze at the stars all alone. It's been too long. See when you call me, you gaze at the stars all alone. It's been too long. See when you call me, you gaze at the stars all alone. It's been too long. Higher basi, panda basi, uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Panda basi, uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Panda basi, uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Panda basi, uche Nairobi. Hey, lately Nairobi's very cold. Hey, baby, I need your touch, I need your hold. Baby, lately Nairobi's very cold. Hey, baby, I need your touch, I need your hold. Single, you call me, you gaze at the stars all alone. It's been so long, yeah. Single, you call me, you gaze at the stars all alone. It's been too long, yeah. See when you call me, you gaze at the stars all alone. It's been too long. See when you call me, you gaze at the stars all alone. Been too long. Higher basi, panda basi, uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Panda basi, uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Panda basi, uche Nairobi, Nairobi. Panda basi, uche Nairobi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Kusema kweli bado na kuhata, and on the daily bado na kufata. Kosa sio hoja zaidi ya kukupenda, vipi nikatupa ndoto tulizoziota. Uliniwasha nare enzi zetu za kupare, kwa mvinyo na makale, magizani hadi ngware, nikijifanya dakitare wa mabinti wale wenye shepu za hatari, nikapotelea ndani. Ila mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona sawa na mabua. I can't help but miss you every morning. Vile unapendeza, kama ningeweza jua yepi ya kutarajia, nisingejipata mashakani kwa niliyoyatenda. Ninayempenda ni wewe, hakuna mwingine wa kubadili penzi. Ningependa tuelewane, kiburi kisinikosanishe nawe. Uliniwasha pale na sikushika nare, ukanisema kwa jirani kwamba mimi kisirane, aibu za hadharani, vile penzi hatari. Njoo unipe amani kama hapo zamani. Mwambie nampenda, oh yeah, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona mwambie nampenda, 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 roho ya mtamani bado nampenda.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sheversationalists. So I have Maudaku, and this is in collaboration with Nairobi Gossip Club. What I mean by is that I'm on their Instagram page and they always have the goods for us, truly, truly. And I'm so happy to see that the girlies are winning. Karo Soni over there, I can see that Molamwa, if you don't know, that's our one of our local celebs, one of the influencers that are, succeeding on the YouTubes and social medias. And it seems that they have such a beautiful co-parenting relationship because now we can see them actually spending time. They have, in case you're not familiar with this story, so those are two social media celebrities who had a child together and then had the worst public breakup. And then there was a point where Sir denied his child and the lady said, I don't really care about you. I'm not very interested. And what do you guys think about co-parenting relationships? What do you think about public figures where you have a child in public. This child did not choose to be born, had no say in the matter. They are literally too young to even understand what's going on. And then you put their business on social media. What do you think about that? Because I feel like there's better ways to go about it, even when you're trying to have platform and have a family. And I know a lot of the time, a lot of the social media celebrities or influencers don't have an option as to how much of their business we know, but they have a choice as to how much they put out there. So I don't particularly support parents going out on social media and discussing their parental situations, unless it's a very niche show where they're talking about parenting and you choose to give insight. But when you're talking about your child and weaponizing those conversations against the other parent, I think that the person that suffers is a child. One day Kayla is going to grow up and she's going to see all of those conversations on the internet. And I don't know how that's going to make her feel, or her classmates, because our what do they call them? Gen X right now is very tech savvy. It's very tech savvy. There's nothing you can tell them. They're on the tablets, they're on the phones, they know how to use all the apps you don't even know exist right now. As young as the age of 8, they would run their own social media account. And honestly, I don't think it's a safe space to put so much information about your child out there, especially unpleasant information. I am all for creating an online, just like a journal, an online journal to celebrate highlights and moments. But the good, the bad, and the ugly, there's a lot of those situations that the rest of us have no business knowing. So as much as I do appreciate the struggles of not having a personal life that celebrities go through, please try and protect your kids. Take care of your kids. And speaking of another celebrity, apparently The Pluto, who's he's a Forex guy. He is a... What do you guys think about sanitization? He's one of the guys that during COVID, his YouTube channel, The Pluto, became really popular because of the sanitization videos. If you're not familiar with what that is basically when the content creator goes out in the streets by himself or with a crew, most likely with somebody else to man the camera. And then they look for couples. Literally, if you're holding hands or you look like you're together, they just confirm, are you guys a couple? And then they ask you, so do you guys trust one another? And then they say, so if you trust one another, then swap phones. Put in your passwords and let's just check. And somehow, every single one of those videos that I have unfortunately watched, yes, guys, I went down the rabbit hole, but every single one of those videos that I have been watching has been so scandalous. Because why is everybody cheating? Why is it that there's almost no drama? And sometimes I tend to think that they're making it up, but then you realize that they just met this couple. Unless they're playing everybody, I don't think they are. They just met you and you're cheating. You know that you're having naughty conversations. You know that there's stuff that you've been sending and stuff that's been sent to you that would not make your partner happy. And on live camera, you've been told this is going on YouTube. You put in your password, you chora your little code, and then you give your phones out. Make it make sense. What in the sanitization is that? And honestly, I might be a boring person, but that's not the kind of drama I want to watch. I genuinely feel like there's better content to make, but I guess to each his own. Honestly, I'm so sorry to everybody that has made it on those videos, but I genuinely think that that's brain rot. Because what is it for? Like, people are unfaithful, but who is it really helping? Does it really teach anyone anything? And a lot of this expose content is not the most interesting to me, because as long as Haini Husu, it's not my money you're using, you're not a public figure necessarily whose behavior has any impact on me, then honestly, I'd rather watch just more wholesome content. But that's just me. I'm allowed to have my opinion, and I love it for guys who have succeeded off of that kind of content. And in case you're wondering, the Pluto is looking for a personal assistant. So do you guys believe in Illuminati? They were saying that he joined Illuminati. Is there Illuminati in Kenya? Let me know. Let me know if you feel like that's a thing. I have opinions, but we do not have time. We don't have time. I have so many opinions. I have a couple of people who showed me emails and they're like, yo, Caroline, those people want me to join them. They want me to sell my soul and go, off to the dark side. And they normally say that they're not going to approach you if you don't have a following, some sort of influence. What Illuminati conspiracy theories have you heard? Or are they not conspiracy theories? Are they true? Is it just a thing, religious people? They used to say that Daddy Owen was Illuminati. They say that the Pluto got famous, successful because he's in the Illuminati. He sold his soul. So what do you guys think? Let me know at Power Radio on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, and if you want to DM us on TikTok, you can also do that. If you want my personal number, it is 079166. Mind your business. Ha, psych. You really thought I was gonna share? But if you DM me on Instagram, I might actually give you my number, depending on, I might be looking for mbabas. Oh my goodness, please do not take me seriously. That is a joke. This media is not safe. It is not a safe space. You can almost not joke because anybody could take what you've said and AI and give you a whole new narrative. So like we've got to watch ourselves. So yeah, we are cruising nicely here on Power Radio, Sheversations. It is 11:38, so it is 22 minutes to the hour to 12 noon. And right about now, we're going to hear from the band and Suzia. Girl, please don't come for me. I don't know how to pronounce that name. And this is number one because you're my number one.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Tell me how I'ma make you happy.
Tell me how you want it, mommy. Tell me how you want it, mommy. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy.
Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
You got a smile I can't erase, and your voice lights up my face. You're driving me up and down. I'm scared what you're doing to me. I get a rush in my life to love you. I get a high from just thinking about you. I'm on the edge. It's like you're breaking my heart in two. Now see Dewey, nitafanya nini? The way you messing with my head, read me my skinny. Now see Dewey, nitafanya nini? The way you messing with my head, read me my skinny. Oh, oh, baby, I gave you every bit of my heart. Now what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. I did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Instead I'm acting like a fool. What am I gonna do? I'm crazy for your love. The way I feel, I don't know who and what is real. The love that you give to me is a reality. It's like I'm high in the sky on a drug messed up. I'm waiting on a cure to this illness stuck on you. And I don't know what to do. Now see Dewey, nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head, read me my skinny. Now see Dewey, nitafanya nini? The way you're messing with my head, read me my skinny. Oh, oh, baby, I gave you every bit of my heart. Now what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. I did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Instead I'm acting like a fool. What am I gonna do? I'm crazy for your love. Unavyofanana, kila saa tunavyokutana, you make my head go banana. Ooh Lord, I'm crazy for your love. Unavyofanana, kila saa tunavyokutana, you make my head go banana. Ooh Lord, I'm crazy for your love. What am I gonna do, baby? Your love. Crazy for your love. I gave you every bit of my heart. Now what you gonna do? You went and threw it away. I did it all for your love. Try my best to act real cool. Instead I'm acting like a fool. What am I gonna do? Baby, I gave you every bit of my heart. And what you gonna do? You went
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Ooh, so that was Maskini by Chemutai Sage. And tell me that is not one of the most beautiful voices that you have said. I know I'm such a big supporter of all these talented humans. I really do be saying that about everybody, but like Chemutai, no. Guys, let's be honest. She sounds like Beyonce. I feel like Beyonce sounds like her. That's truly how we should put it, right? And somebody needs to give this girl a very big like record deal. Somebody with lots of money to just I feel like talented people need to be successful because they've put themselves out there. They've actually taken whatever it is that God has put in them and they have put it out there and now we're enjoying it. And imagine now helping these artists benefit from what they're helping us enjoy. Like I could play this song over and over again on Spotify, and I truly hope that the girlies are being paid well. I really appreciate her. Before that, we had Number One by La Band and Suzia, and now we are going to talk about what's going on out there. Mpox. Aish, Kenya hamjachoka. Are we not tired of diseases? Because what in the Mpox is going on? So apparently there have been confirmed cases of Mpox in Kiambu. So Kiambu, what's going on? Kiambu County confirms a suspected case of Mpox in Kiambu. We wish to confirm that there indeed has been a suspected case of Mpox in Kiambu County, which is currently under thorough laboratory investigation. We'll provide a comprehensive update as soon as possible. This is from Dr. Elias Minor, who is from Kiambu CECM. I have no idea what CECM is, but I'm assuming it is a legit medical facility. And let's see what Mpox is about, because if COVID taught us anything, it's to do our research. Google your symptoms and become your own doctor, and also potentially die at home, but God forbid. So according to Al Jazeera, this is what Mpox does. Mpox mainly affects humans and animals. It belongs to the same family of viruses as smallpox, but causes milder symptoms such as fever, chills, and body aches. It can cause severe illness and even death in some cases. Yeah, nah. However, no, that's not interesting. The virus enters the human body through broken skin or via the airways. So, like breathing. It then spreads through the blood, causing a person to experience flu-like symptoms and develop lesions on the skin. According to Michael Marks at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, sounds very, very bougie, very smart, very educated. This is what Mark says. Don't think that Mpox has direct effects on the immune system. Okay, relief. Beyond the fact that all infections obviously cause responses in the immune system, we do not believe that there are long-term impacts on the immune system from Mpox. And then Dr. Ngashi Ngongo, I think, Chief of Staff at Africa CDC, also told Al Jazeera that the virus only causes symptoms that last 2 to 4 weeks. Do you want to be scratching yourself for 2 to 4 weeks? Do you want to have bumps that look like your worst version of teenage outbreak of acne and all of its relatives for 2 to 4 weeks? That is 1 month. 1 month of waking up every single day and there's huge bumps on your skin. That is scary. And I feel like after the scare that COVID gave us, and a lot of people actually lost loved ones, so may their souls rest in peace. But I feel like after COVID, we need to get on top of business. Like there's no reason why we're struggling with some of these things that have been in existence forever, while we also have been paying taxes for medical health, medical assistance, civic education to protect ourselves. It makes no sense to me. But it is fine. So how does this virus spread? It spreads by being in close contact with an infected person or animal. And for human-to-human infection, the virus can be passed through contact with skin lesions and skin-to-skin contact and talking or breathing too close to an infected person. So, Wasiwamatatu, I don't know what to say to you, because I really truly be one of them sometimes. And this is a little bit scary because I don't happen to live too far from Kiambu County. And yeah, it's not an interesting thought that I'm just sitting next to somebody can actually get me a disease that will affect me and have me looking crazy for 2 weeks. So if there's people out there struggling with Mpox, I truly hope that you'll be able to have that in control. And for the rest of us, let us continue being careful. So that has been more or less about what is going on, except one last thing, because Bahati really stays talking trash out here ever since he had the audacity to sit on the president's seat. That one time that he sang Mama to Margaret. How go Pitena, like, you know, even if he came and cried on live TV when you guys did not vote for him, or when he didn't qualify to be voted for, whatever the story goes, however it goes. Bahati says he makes more money than Kenyan MPs. Kuna MPs wengi hawaendeshi ile Range Rover nilinunulia Diana Marwa. I'm so sorry, but I love it because he's actually legitimately making his own money. And as much as we all can't be Bahati, and tricky to say that certain levels of success do not happen without, you know, a few people being stepped on along the way. But I really love to see artists successful. Like, this is not necessary. This is a little bit too extra. It's honestly, it's not necessary, but anything that we're saying against corrupt politicians, I am in support, and do not quote me on that. In the spirit of enjoying ourselves, we are going to be listening to Watendwa Willie telling us Sio Siri.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Ona kule tumetoka, na mbona sasa unasema umechoka? Ama ushampata Casanova anayekupatia lishe bora. Kwanza nakumbuka tukianza vile uliniahidi tutapendana forever. Na sasa ni kwa nini ukaniweka chini miaka zaidi ya 2 sasa ungamua unaenda? Ni kipi sina? Ni kama tena hunijui jina, no. Na haukujikinga, nasikia tena ushapewa mimba. Na sio siri tena, sio siri, sio nikiweza. Sio siri tena, sio siri, siweza nikuweza. Sio siri tena, sio siri, sio nikiweza. Mwanzo tulikuwa kwa gorofa, mapenzi yetu ikaporomoka. Baadaye ukajuka nichoma, usikujua jua pia ni nyota. Na ukweli sasa inaonekana, niliyempenda pia ameshanikana. Nilimpea kila kitu, nikampenda kila siku. Sheri akageuka mdanganyifu, maswali zangu hawezi jibu. Ni kipi sina? Ni kama tena hunijui jina, no. Na haukujikinga, nasikia tena ushapewa mimba. Sio siri tena, sio siri, sio nikiweza. Sio siri tena, sio siri, siweza nikuweza. Sio siri tena, sio siri, sio nikiweza. Sio siri tena, sio siri, siweza nikuweza. Bali niko, sikutaki mabaya. Haya yameshafanyika mama, umeshanizika mama. Ndani ya shimo uliniwacha pabaya. Haya yameshafanyika mama, mapenzi yetu yashazama. Sio siri ma, umeniumiza. Sio siri ma, umenimaliza. no, no. See a city, ma, umeniumiza. No, no. Oh, no, no.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
The love that was lost is finally found. Dry your tears, for it won't be long. The rainbow comes after the rain. March on, soldier, be strong. Don't put down your rifle, the fight must go on. March on, soldier, hold on. For home is just over the hill. Let go of doubt, but hold on to faith. For don't you know, soldier, your father awaits. For the weak, please be strong. Lift them up, carry on. For home is just over the hill. March on, soldier, be strong. Don't put down your rifle, the fight must go on. March on, soldier, hold on. For home is just over the hill. March on, soldier, be strong. Don't put down your rifle, the fight must go on. March on, soldier, hold on. For home is just over the hill.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
So that was a beautiful sound of Billy Black, and he is saying "March On." We've been going through a lot. We've been going through a lot as a country, and I truly hope that the girlies and the boys are doing much, much better. We've had a hectic June and July, and I feel like we've recovered. CBD no longer smells like tear gas. So, mint, what's the mint flavor, Poleni? And right before that, our tender Willie were letting us know that a CEO Siri. Now, what's going on today? Today is Monday. I hope that we are starting our week off well. I have not heard from you guys. How's the weekend going? How's it been? Did you guys drink yourself stupid? Did you spend your nights at church? Nisherehe? Are you fighting with your boyfriends, with your girlfriends? What's happening? Did somebody steal from you? Did you throw a party? That's how intimately I want to be involved in your life. So in case you feel like sharing, I'm an oversharer. Uber drivers throughout this city really do be knowing my life, and they have no business. So in case you're like me, you like to share a little bit too much, or just a little bit, that's also allowed. Reach out to us at Power Radio on Instagram, on X, that we're never going to stop calling Twitter. There's a whole generation that will be born and not know that X was actually called Twitter, and they're going to be so confused. And that's how you know that you're old. But we rebuke. We're going to disempower aging. So I am saying today, it is 2 minutes past 12, and my name is Caroline Murote. You can quote me on this. We're disempowering aging. Like, birthday parties should just be like balloons and cake, and we're disempowering. Is my age showing? Am I exposing a little bit too much of like the traumas I'm going through in this current season, where you don't know if you're young or you're supposed to be old? You don't know if you're supposed to be married with kids or just having a good time. Truly, 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 it is late 20s and early 30s are such a confusing time. And People who are 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 might actually think that that is confusing. No, actually, guys, I'm so sorry to tell you that it gets worse. It gets worse. And then this time, society is on your case. Because tell me why I get asked 4 times in a month, that is once a week at least, where's your husband? Where are your kids? Because me, bado now go for teenage pregnancy. At my big age, I'm 21, guys. I'm like 21. Wink, wink. At my big age, me now go for teenage pregnancy. So what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Where is my husband and where are my kids? Who's gonna feed them? Who's gonna give them food? So for you girlies who are doing the superwoman thing of like pushing babies out or taking care of babies, truly salute to you. We salute you. We need to have Mother's Day like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times a year because it's a lot. I am a lot to deal with. I wake up tired dealing with myself every single morning. And now you want to tell me that I need to do that for another human being. Can never be me yet. Not yet. Not yet. Just give me a couple of years. I'm looking for a man. And then you can come check. And then we'll be celebrating whatever it is that the mummies are celebrating. Diapers, lack of sleep, and other beautiful things like the most pretty selfies. Like a win is a win. Do you get what I'm saying? Today, we are talking about something really, 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 really important. We are talking about the state of education in this country for girls. What's going on? Are the girlies studying? Are they in school? Statistics show that about 5.1 million girls are currently enrolled in schools, while over 5.2 million boys are enrolled. While the education gender gap in Kenya is wildly married with disparities, the status of girls and women's education is prevalent. So some of these challenges really, 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 really get in the way of girls' progress. And this include cultural barriers, misinformed attitudes towards the girls' education, poverty, and early marriages. So today we're going to talk about how we can mitigate some of this, and we're going to be seeing a little bit more of this statistics. We are very, very interested in the girl child, and we equally love the boy child, but we believe that an empowered woman is an empowered nation because women carry so many people. And being African, just our lived experience has taught us that women really make this continent. Men, we love you, but we see what's going on around us, the mothers that prayed for us, the grandmothers that raised us. And we salute to all the women out there, the ones in school and out of school. But before we get deeper into that, we are going to be hearing Newe from Kinoti and then Kesho by Bridget Blue.
Pawa Radio. Tune in and power up.
I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? They say don't you rush it if you want it to last forever. For your love I'd wait till hell freezes over. And when it rains you can stay under my umbrella. We'll make it through the storm, it don't matter the weather. Baby, can't you see a future planned with me? Cause I do see one with you. So I'ma write this song to you. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? Would you anywhere, anywhere, anywhere? Would you anywhere, where? See, I love you cause I want to, I'm not forced to. I'ma treat you like a real man is supposed to do. Eventually, I get down on one knee and ask you if you wanna spend your life with me. I no komenya. kwendete utuko na modenya somebody's daughter niye tunaota my light in the darkness baby when in your time I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. I'm gonna write you a song that you could sing along for the rest of our days together. Would you anyway, anyway, anyway? Would you anyway, would you anyway, anyway, anyway? Would you anyway, would you anyway, 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 would you anyway, 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 would you anyway? Oh, let me say it, Pat.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Some days you feel like the world is on fire. Some days you feel like you're swimming and flying. Some days you wake up and you don't feel like you wanna chase what you don't see. But some days you feel like you're floating up high. So how about you try this time? Lifting up your head and sing out. What more than I see, there's more inside of me. Just lift up your voice and say, nitajaribu tena kesho. Nitaamka upya na nisonge. Hata wakipenda kunivunja, mambo yakizidi unga, sitashindwa kujivuta. Kesho naamka upya. Kesho naamka upya. Some days I know that you think of surviving, but you sleep and wake up and don't feel like fighting. But there's space in your soul to keep wanting more, to desire to soar. But some days you know that their words, they mean nothing. So how about you try this time? Lifting up your head and say, what more than I see, there's more inside of me. Just lift up your voice and say, nitajaribu tena kesho. Nitaamka upya na nisonge. Hata wakipenda kunivunja, mambo yakizidi unga, sitashindwa kujivuta. Kesho naamka upya. Kesho.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is at 11 minutes past the hour. The date is the 19th of August. And in case you want to remember where you were on the 19th of August at 12 p.m., you were listening to Bridget Blue saying Tajaribu Kesho. So if you've been struggling with something, if you're not making it a love, your business is not working out, masomo inakuonyesha dust, the government is rejecting you as we rejected, Bridget Blue says tutajaribu tena kesho. So please don't be a quitter. Don't be somebody who gives up, especially on your dreams. If it is something that sets your heart on fire, if it is something that matters, that's going to make a difference in your life, you try and try and try again. And they say that there is no success story that does not come without a whole lot of failure. So if you're failing, you're doing well. Like in Msini quote, don't be saying at you, oh no, I'm failing, sasa niko sawa. Please don't take me out of context. There's a way to intentionally go about the things that you want to achieve, and there's so many motivational speakers out here telling us how to get our lives together, some of whom you have no business listening to. But there's a lot of books that you can read, there's a lot of podcasts that you can listen to if that's your cup of tea, that would be able to let you know how to pick up again, regardless of whatever it is. Maybe you're somebody who's trying to have children and you've had a miscarriage. Maybe your child passed away. Maybe your marriage didn't work out. It is always worth putting in time and effort and intentionality to try to work at something that truly, truly matters to you. Now, Siambiwe, don't let anybody tell you anything. Because something I realized is a lot of the time, the things that we're passionate about that matter to us are not a shared and collective dream. Siya Kijiji, it's not for everybody. So sometimes you're trying to hustle your hustle, you're trying to walk your talk, you're trying to do your thing and thrive in the area that you're passionate in. You're trying to achieve this thing that matters so much to you, and people around you are trying to be logical about it. Sometimes dreams and logic don't go together. Do you understand? And I'm going to go a step further and say dreams, logic, and faith don't go together. Do you understand? So if there's something that God has put in your heart, then you just need to stand on God's word firmly, or whatever it is that you believe in, and just shoot for the stars. And if you fall, at least you'll be hanging out and chilling on the clouds. So we said today we're going to talk about girls' education in Kenya, and truly there's so much going on because over the past few years, since the empowerment of girl child started, I've been hearing a lot of, oh, boy child amesahaulika, boy child amesahaulika, and I'm seeing how that narrative comes into play. But it's very interesting to note that there is still so much disparity between the number of girl graduates and guy graduates across the board, and then those who actually go out there and settle into their careers. So we are very interested today here on Sheversations to take a deep dive into that, right? So what's our main focus? Just give me one moment. All right. In case you have something to say about girls' education today, please feel free to holler at us at Power Radio on all social media platforms. We are streaming live on YouTube, also on our Power Radio website. You can also reach out to me on Instagram at Caroline Murote, Twitter, X for the Gen X's, as well as Instagram and on Facebook. So I have a couple of statistics here, but before we dive into that, I'm gonna play a song for you. Let me see what's coming up next, the goody goodies, because I just need to have all the statistics. I do not want to be a liar and misrepresent, because this is such an important conversation. This is such an important conversation because it tells us what is being done right and how much we still need to be doing. So coming up next, we have Uchumi Nimbaya, which is actually true. And we are hearing from Flyer. So stay tuned, and then I'll come back to you with the statistics.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Jana hukudai riba, leo unaimba, vile nakumada. Mwezi umefika kwa kona, unaniona umenidanda. Stima imeanza kubip, sasa ananibip. New phone, new business care. Gesi imekauka, na unga imepanda bei. Kwani haujui hali ya uchumi ni mbaya, je? Wapi wale wote ulikimbilia, vitu vikiniendea mbaya, we? Kama hungeniringia ningekuwa nawe. Uliza benki ya dunia, vile raia waumia, kusikia gharama kubwa za maisha zimefilisisha. Wapenzi na waseja wanalalamika nje. Chumi ni mbaya, we, chumi ni mbaya, woshi. Sijisikie vibaya, mpenzi, tapitia haya sote. Sema vile umenimisi, jinsi unanihisi, tena nifurahi. Nimetuma zile za pikipiki, si uje tule mbuzi na viazi karai. Eti wataka nije nikakupika, umejipoda wafi na vumbi haikufai. Uski, petroli ilikauka na Uber zikapanda bei. Kwani haujui hali ya uchumi ni mbaya we. Kama si kiburi chako ningekuwa nawe. Uliza benki ya dunia vile raia waumia, kusikia gharama kubwa za maisha zimefilisisha. Wapenzi na waseja wanalalamika, chumi ni mbaya we, chumi ni mbaya we. Sijisikie vibaya mpenzi, tutapitia haya sote. Taarifa ambazo sasa zimetufikia, wanandoa wapigana kama mabondia. Pesa kukosekana kweli ni hatia, wangapi kila siku wanakatisiana juu ya uchumi mbaya.
I call it imani, wakifuata do nafuata umami. Kingdom ya Mungu, serikali nimeokoka, Yesu ndo jemedari.
Naangalia nyuma naona mkono wako, cheki mbele mi naona only favor yako. Worry is a thing of the past, keep it in the past. I wanna go on to the next, I'm off with the past. I'm all about Jesus and I don't take it lightly. I'm not of this world, no, I'm no longer like it. I'm now a resource, I know the real source. Always on toast, chukua kingdom, not need by force.
Man, I got pressures up in my life, but your love is amazing. Man, I got a lot going on right now, but your love is amazing. Make we just elevate, we just smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate, we just smile on, make we elevate.
Tangu day one, uko na designer. Keep me fine, God unani minder. Baba on a good plan, trust you to hold my hand,
Shining is best, but it's better when you love him. I believe in Jesus, that's my faith, and I'm all in. Change to the call, come up Paul, nearly changed from Saul. Change my ways, and now I'm a new being of course. None like you, Baba. None could I ever reach you, Baba. Man at the top and you reign, Baba. Open the fat gates, make it fall down like a shower. Man, I got pressures up in my life, but your love is amazing. Man, I got a lot going on right now, but your love is amazing. Make we just elevate, just smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate, just smile on, make we elevate. Man, I got pressures up in my life, but your love is amazing. Man, I got a lot going on right now, but your love is amazing. Make we just elevate, just smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate, just smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate, just smile on, make we elevate. Make we just elevate, just smile on, make we
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
Already. So that was Elevate by Mohanji featuring Shani. And, we're just talking about going up, going up, going up, getting bigger and going with God. And right before that, Flyer was crying with us in solidarity and saying, Uchumi Nimbaya, but what they say, when you go low, when they go low, you go lower. No, actually, when they go low, you go higher. And there's a saying by a human that I particularly like that you need to believe in the power of confession. And personally for me, that's rooted in the word, because I'm a believer that when there's a casting down, you must confess that there will be a lifting up. That sometimes it's very easy to get caught up and just get blown away by what's going on around you, the negativity, all of the suffering, that you just find yourself swallowed. And in this day and age of mental health awareness, it is extremely important to be intentional about your wellness, to do what works for you, to speak what you want to see into your life, because there's enough negativity. You switch on the news and you become depressed. You look at the education system, you become depressed. You look at gender relationships, you look at politics, and you instantly become depressed. And we're trying to make a difference here on Sheversations. Today, we are talking about the education system and how it pertains to girls. What can we do about the disparity between the number of girls and guys that are being educated? So this is boys versus girls and that disparity, or rather why are enough of our girls not being educated. So to give you context, right, to give you clarity on what we're talking about, so we have a couple of humans that have done some great and helpful research, and I'm gonna quote from one of those. So this is Dara Big Data. So Dara or Dara Big Data. Why would you do that to us? We're Kenyans. Why do you have those many weird sounding pronunciations? Like, you just want to embarrass us. But this is what they're saying. They're saying that statistics show that less than 20% of girls aged 15 to 19 in Kenya complete secondary school education, and even fewer go on to further education. Wow. The statistics are even worse in the large rural areas of the country, leading to continuing inequality. This hampers the social and economic growth in poorer regions, with girls not able to realize their full potential by developing careers outside of the home. So that's what's actually going on. So this is big data. You can find that on darabigdata.com. This is about girls' education in Kenya. And then we have more statistics. So we have a case study that was conducted by FAWE of Fawe, Kenya, in Turkana County. And this is what it says, that the county does very poorly in keeping girls in school once they are enrolled. There is a dramatic reduction in their numbers as they progress in subsequent classes. In 2020, for instance, 700 girls sat for the Kenya Certificate for Primary Education, that is our KCPE, against 997 boys, implying more boys completed primary school than girls in the host community. The rural-based host community has a negative attitude towards educating girls and believe that their education is optional. Girls stay home providing labor such as herding goats and handling other household chores. Their focus is to get them married off in exchange for wealth. Fathers believe that girls belong to them, and it is their right to decide when to be beaded and married off in exchange for cows and camels. Schools are viewed as places where girls are exposed to foreign ideas such as sex, abortion, drug use, and pregnancy. Language barriers, inadequate teachers, poor attitude towards education, girls' indiscipline, and lack of role models are all factors leading to girls' educational failings. It's a lot, guys. There is so much going on, and I was just having a thought that we say that women are too empowered, but are we actually looking at the statistics? Are we actually going into our communities? And I don't mean the urban areas. I don't mean the suburb close to you. I don't mean the storied building close to you with all the manicured ladies with with their inches of human hair and the beautiful heels looking Instagram perfect. I am talking about going into communities out there and actually doing your research on what is the state of education in Kenya. And the statistics here, that was actually equalmeasures2030.org. So the story is silent suffering Kenyan girls missing out on education. So just to put more context, Global Partnerships is an organization that also does women with girls and just a general community building. And this is what they say, that girls face many barriers in getting an education, including child marriage. In Kenya, 23% of girls are married before their 18th birthday. Did you know that? Did you know that 23% is a big number? This is not good information. These are not good statistics. In Kenya, 23% of girls are married before their 18th birthday and 4% are married before the age of 15. When I was 15 years old, and the statistic says before the age of 15. When I was 15 or 14, I was making doodles on my book. I was writing poetry to the guy who doesn't know that I exist. I still had not figured out how to tie my tie correctly, my school tie for my school uniform. And I really didn't care about a lot. There's a lot I didn't know. I was still intimidated by the idea of my menstrual period and like I don't want to stain myself. I was intimidated by the concept of one day having to be in a relationship. I was so intimidated or in awe of the concept of sex. And then you have kids at that same age or earlier who are being forced to be in marriage. And if you remember what the article before said that was referencing the Turkana community, in exchange for cows, yani ng'ombe, we are exchanging our future for cows. Do we not have enough cows in Kenya? And are they really worth the price of a girl's education? Because when you educate one woman, how many people have you actually educated? When you educate a girl, you educate a nation. Do you understand? So let's go on with the statistics. So GPE, this is Global Partnerships, brought together the private sector and oh yeah, this is just about community involvement where a lot of partners can come together and actually have their, what do you call this thing? When an organization decides to go and outreach. There's a fancy word for it. So it is, if you want to ask yourself, what is my role in this? There are so many different stakeholders, and organizations that do this research are normally reaching out to investors and people who can, donors who can actually fund this initiatives so that once we have this data, we are able to act out on it and actually make concrete, just a change that actually matters across the board. And so we have institutions like banks, we have political institutions that, you know, politicize what they're gonna do and benefit out of them, because you get this being the constituents who actually later vote for them. And I'm hoping that a lot of us are interested in having these types of partnerships, right? So now we are moving on to Wiz Scholarship Foundation. It is a foundation that aims to create hope. And this article is the importance of girl child in Kenya. This is what it says, which actually supports what we've seen just previously. Many parents do not feel it is important for girls to be educated. And then they have a few statistics that they have done across the years, but they quote one particular one in 2016. The UN reported that an estimated 1 in 10 girls in sub-Saharan Africa miss school during their menstrual period or menstrual cycle due to an inability to access affordable sanitary pads. And this is according to the Bojan Project under the Wiz Scholarship Foundation. Less than 1 in 5 girls make it to the end of primary school because of early marriage, female genital cutting, poverty, and other factors. Wow. Primary school teachers tend to feel girls are not as smart as boys. So now let's have a conversation about stakeholders very intentionally. Who are the stakeholders in what it's going to take to create impactful change in balancing out the gender disparity in our education system and targeting how many girls are sitting at home or married or end up in awkward situations because of this statistics, because of, you know, whatever it is that has made us have this culture. So we have parents That's where you come from. Initially, you come from your parents. So your parents slash your caretakers, in case your caretakers are not your biological parents. We need to have a lot of outreach. So if you're an organization that believes that women and girls need to be educated, not just African children or impoverished children, but actual education for girls because of the statistics that we're looking at, then this is what needs to happen. Your money needs to go into civic education for parents. You need to be investing in community projects that have results that are feasible. How do we know that these things are working? Now, when we get to the education system, how many girls are actually being enrolled? Once you speak to parents, and this takes a lot of deliberate effort, some communities don't want to hear anything you want to tell them. They are not interested in any way, form whatsoever. So you actually need to become a part of their communities. Like, some of the statistics we've read about Turkana, you can't just show up and tell them what to do. It is very deep rooted, and their worldviews are very towards a specific train of thought. So if you're interested in making impact, you need to invest in a lot of community building, where now you're able to incorporate these values that allow girls to be educated into their community programs, their community systems, by addressing the challenges that they have. And once you become a relevant part or a relevant voice in their communities, then you're able to direct and divert attention towards the causes that really matter, that would make a difference in the statistics. But before we save the whole world, we need to take a break because, we can only do so much, one conversation at a time. And right about now, we are going to hear from Modaka and the wonderful Chemutai Sage once more. And this is Go, because that's what we need to be doing.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Pawa Radio.
That felt like this. Too deep in there to see the consequence. We had each other, now it's come undone, and I can't forget all the memories. Laying beside you is the thing I miss, and on your heart all the promises. Can't decide if this is right or wrong. All I know is that it's so hard to move on. Mapenzi yako yanichanganya, kila wanipasika still on your mind, but you should know you'll always be mine. I tip a 10, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. 10 out of 10, I know where I'd rather be. Secret obsession, I'ma run out of patience. It's so hard to imagine what we had stuck in the back. See through the smoke. If it's a sign, you let me know. No, still got some things I like to show you, but if you've come to the end of the road, you don't want me anymore. Just let me go.
Just let me go. Ooh. If I could take it all back, if I forget you, maybe it's for the better. Something's got me good. I'd stay for the sunshine, pray for something sane, but I guess it's easier crying in the rain. Mapenzi yako ilinishangaza, ukiniacha mimi nikizupa. Respect's no longer being served at this table, and my heart feels so unable, and I gotta recognize that I can win this fight, cause I thought that I was flying in the sky, but I was drowning in the ocean. It fixed up your love. I should pretend I'm not where I'm supposed to be. 10 out of 10, I know where I'd rather be. It's a secret obsession, I'm all run out of patience. It's so hard to imagine what we had stuck in. Try to see through the smoke. If it's a sign, you let me know. No, still got some things I'd like to show you, but if we come to the end of the road, you don't want me anymore. Just let me go. Oh, just let me go.
Please
Let me know.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
I dream of a sky where the lights never die down. I'm awake in my sleep and I'm falling to the ground. I want the answers to the questions of the reactions. Whether it makes sense or the path is fatal attraction. Is it the whiteness of the cloud or the steam in my mirror? Is it the broken of a glass? Could it be more clearer? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong. Through the rain and the hail and the fire, through whatever they bring, till I get my desire. Is it the whisper of an angel or the pounding of my heartbeat? Is it the playing of a record where the drumming in the bass meet? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong.
Walinidharau lakini usikise mtu wangu, kuna venye nimekafunga ka Ramadhan, weze ni sahau tunikingia kwa booth mule boy ukikizwa masnia design ya Jackie Chan, sota mnikate mguu, amwezi ni defeat, finya backspace kwa comp wezi ni delete, kuja na pinye still amwezi kunibit, na hizo wealth zote mkonazo amwezi kunirich, wanadai mini mskini I need to gain some weight, mini maskini wa pocket needs to gain weight, cause raha wanabonda, after raha wanahara wanakonda, kangonda, mini hustling daily, kukula smart make sure nimenona kuliko anaconda, sikizi wakiniona ni sura wanakwaga wamebonda, hizo mipaka tunazivuka bila bada.
'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong. No one can stop me even if they try. 'Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. 'Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong.
Don't let discouragement get in life. Wala wanakuambiaga uwezi toboa, wala kuchekelea. That time that we proved them wrong. Size kwambia otherwise. The future's here with the best leader. I see ego mtu wangu. If you're still hating on us, you're on, cause we need that. It's not banana, baby.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Do you feel alive? Do you feel as alive as Chemtai, Sage, and Octopizzo are feeling? I love music that is inspiring, music that gets you going, that it doesn't matter what kind of a mood you're in. Some songs are just made to lift you up. And we need a little bit of lifting. We need a whole lot of lifting, actually, because we have been looking at some not so pleasant statistics, and particularly with the Ways Scholarship Foundation. And we were having conversations about who are the stakeholders in making sure that girls in this country get educated. the whole community, but we had just broken that down into segments, starting with parents and talking to organizations and talking to individuals that have particular interest in making differences. So if you're not on the policy making side, this is what your funding can concentrate on. Is we've said community civic education. So that is where you go down and you speak to parents who, if it's because of their cultural beliefs, and we've seen that there's a lot of cultural beliefs that are causing girls to not be educated or to not stay in school or to not further themselves in their education. And we've said that if you would like to reach out to these people, you need to invest in a lot of community programs. And if you're a parent who doesn't know where to start, there's a lot of organizations out here. It's just a matter of the internet. So there's a lot of bridging the gap that is needed, because there might be organizations or individuals who are interested in making a difference, but they have no way to know who actually needs this help. And with the lack of accountability that we see in this country when it comes to program where funding is involved, where I would say charity work and like advocacy work is funded, we do see a lot of money being squandered and just people not holding themselves accountable, and that's just not something we're interested in. So there is organizations doing out there, and here at Power Radio we are committing to just bridging the gap and finding organizations that are actually doing accountable work, transparent work, impactful work, and bridging them with individuals that actually need this assistance, communities that need this assistance. And the second group is educators. So on whatever level, whatever kind of education system there is in your community, you could be under the tree, you could be in the biggest auditorium in this country, but educators' roles in this fight to educate girls in this country can never be taken for granted, because the simple conversations that are had in the classroom with a few students who are there make a difference in what goes out there. Have you ever talked to a little kid and you're trying to convince them something, and then they said, teacher kusema hivo, that's not what my teacher said. There are some kids out here who you cannot convince otherwise, and that speaks to the level of influence that educators have on students, especially at a younger age. So if there is no advocacy going on externally, from the outside coming into the community, then educators are part of the inside community stakeholders space that could do that work in the classroom, because whatever it is that you say to your students, we remember. My standard 5 math teacher used to smell like garlic, his breath, and at my big age, I have never forgotten. So I promise you that kids remember what they're taught. And even if they don't remember the theory of it, they remember the lessons. They remember that I didn't like this class because the teacher used to shout. I love this class because this teacher used to give us stickers and sweets. I love this class because this particular teacher used to make us laugh. Don't undermine the impact that you have as an educator. If you could take time outside of your strict curriculum to have conversations that drive towards girls staying in school, having conversations as to, why didn't you come to school yesterday? Who do you live with? Those questions that border on being a little bit intrusive. But if you actually see how educators are also caregivers and caretakers, then those conversations are extremely, extremely important. We have a third group that I would like to call community builders. So these are the gatekeepers, the pillars of our communities, whoever it is that has a voice of authority figures in our communities. So it might be the men in your family, it might be the clan's leader, it might be the chief, it might be the headman, it might be the wazee wa kijiji, the when you're kusema, the older ladies. This people, even if they may not fall under institutionalized, executive spaces or spaces of leadership, cannot be taken for granted, because they're the ones that control the narrative in a lot of these communities. So sometimes if you need something done and you can convince community builders, then that is how you get that work done. Out here, the percentages of those of us who have had the privilege of going through the education system and having seen it through to tertiary levels and possibly post-tertiary, just the postgraduate education, if a lot of us are actually interested in seeing these differences, but we don't know how to make that happen. And collaboration is a big part of the story. If you don't collaborate, you can only go so far, because as you can see, the statistics don't belong to the Nairobi City girls. We're not talking to the baddies. We're not talking to the city girls. We're not talking to the girlies who consider themselves girlies. We're talking about people who probably don't even have access to these conversations that we're having right now, meaning that we're the ones to take these conversations to them. So here on Sheversations, we're bringing this conversation to you so that you can be a part of bridging the gap, either with your resources, with your information. So what can community builders do in collaboration with funding? So if you are somebody who wants to work with people in communities where girls need to be educated, what you could do is you could sponsor girls' education. You could go directly to the institution and say that there is girl 1, girl A, girl B, and I am going to sponsor their school fees for term A, B, C. If you don't want to work with an organization, that is an easy way to do it. And there are so many ways to identify in need and at risk. I want to call them at risk girls, at risk families, because if you just walk into a neighborhood, it's very easy to ask, how many kids are there in this compound? And you could just say, I'm a community builder and I just, I'm doing some research. How many kids are in this compound? Are they in school? Is there anybody here who's not in school? And you'd be surprised how open a lot of the community people, regardless of the community you're from, how open they are as long as you present yourself respectfully. And that is a good way of finding out information of who needs to be sponsored. And the best way, I would say, is to directly pay that school fees into the school, as opposed to, having second and third parties. And this is if this is something that you can commit to with regards to time, or collaborate. Again, collaboration is a big word with people who do volunteer work or community building work or community development work, who are able to be your proxy and represent you to make sure that whatever it is that you're giving is actually assisting the child, the young girl that you need to assist directly. And for those of us that might find ourselves a bit tight in the pocket, this economy is laughing at you a little bit too hard, you could always offer the resource of knowledge. You don't need to be a qualified educator in terms of being certified. You could use social media. Sai wase wachorea wana trend. And those guys, as you can see, are literally in the ghetto, literally in what most of us would call in the slums. And these guys have taken the country by storm with the chorea. So whether you like what's being said, whether you dislike it, you cannot put away the impact of social media. You don't need to go to Turkana. You don't need to go to your home village. You don't need to go to the closest village to make an impact. If that's not something you can do, Mandamano style, we were saying, do the little you can from where you can. It goes a long way. It makes a difference over time, across the board, in the bigger picture. If everybody is doing a little bit at a time, it goes a long, long way. So become an educator. Educate the community closest to you. Have conversations with the community builders. Ask them, where's the best place to speak to people? Where can I find young people? Is it at church? Is it in the local taverns, the dance spots, the drinking holes? Where can I find these girls? Are they at home? Are they married already? And what can be done? And those conversations are going to make a difference over time. So we're getting to the end of this conversation. We have barely gotten deep into this. This is just but the tip of the iceberg. But I promise that talking about these things actually makes a difference, because you never know who's listening. You never know who needed this information or the inspiration or the push. And here at Power Radio, we believe in advocacy and we believe in making a tangible difference that can be seen. So while we're doing that, while we're doing our best, we also believe in the power of prayer. So we have Nelly and Abel Chungu saying Niombe right here on Power Radio, Sheversations.
Power Radio. tune in and power up.
Peaceful sleep to all the ones whose troubles seem to awaken. Lord, give grace to all the ones who feel like they'll never make it. Make me see all of the promises that you have been saving. Live in me so I can overcome the things that would break me. The road gets hard sometimes, but we'll cross that finish line. I know He's able, my heart will be patient. He's always been faithful.
Wakati ninapolemewa, ili mimi nisisame, usisahau kuniombea, usisahau kuniombea. Wakati ninapolemewa, ili mimi nisisame, usisahau kuniombea, usisahau kuniombea. Giza na mwanga, kupanda kuvuna, misimu ni mingi. Wakati hufika kwa furaha na dhiki, nahitaji rafiki. Ukiona nalemewa nisaidie, nionyeshe upande wa taa. Imulike popote palipo giza, niombee. Chozi likitiririka, mawazo yakinimaliza, wewe usisahau. Mizigo yakiwa mazito, kanami ukinikumbuka, niombee. Wakati ninapolemewa, ili mimi nisisame, usisahau kuniombea, usisahau kuniombea. Wakati ninapolemewa, ili mimi nisisame, usisahau anticipating, waiting, wondering if I'll make it to our destination. Wondering if our love is wasting away. Are we driving to a separation? Can't forget to mention the tension's been lacking. Stay backtracking to the good days. Reverse, you turn, it don't matter to me. Whatever takes me back to what it used to be. Will you go back there with me? Back to when our love was free. Will you go back there with me? Back to when our love was free.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Already. So that was Nelly Twikong and Abel Chungu saying Nyombe, and then Manasseh Zenia Manasseh and Miss Karun were letting us know to anticipate. We are anticipating good things. We have been having such an impactful conversation, and I say this because I truly believe from the bottom of my heart that there are change-making conversations, which is why we need to be intentional about the things that we put out there in the airwaves. So hoping that Sheversations has been one of those spaces that are clearing the airwaves. Shout out to cleaning the airwaves out there on YouTube, CTA. And we've been talking about a girl's education in Kenya. We have been talking about the status of, how our girls being educated. We have looked at statistics that are not very pleasing, not very encouraging, and we have just been making we've been very intentional to say that a lot of the girls that need empowering are not your everyday girl on social media. It's not the baddie nearest to you. It's not the power woman, the CEO, the boss lady that's in your office, in your workplace, in your neighborhood, in your home. That there is a lot of women and a lot of young girls out here who are not getting the chance to see the end of their educational journey because we've seen there's so many challenges. There are cultural challenges, religious issues, marriage, poverty, lack of information, lack of resources, and we've just touched the tip of the iceberg. We're going to continue talking about education and the different ways that you can make a difference. So if you're a stakeholder, if you're a parent, you're an educator, you're a community builder, you're an advocate, and you just want to make a difference, just continue tuning in to Sheversations, because we are intentional to bring you the research, bring you the information, and put it to you in a way where you're challenged to make a difference. Wow. I didn't even notice this time getting away from us, and it is so sad because I'm going to have to love and leave you. It has been a wonderful 2 hours, and I'm going to have these conversations with you on our socials. The conversation never ends. Just because I'm not on air doesn't mean I'm not around. You can always catch me at Caroline Murote on Instagram, on Twitter, X. I'm gonna laugh every time I say that, so just get used to it. You can find me on Facebook and on TikTok, and the same for Power Radio. This is a powerful place to be. So please reach out to us, and we are going to listen to, let me see what is coming up next. So we are going to listen to Raha by HSKE, Mayonde, Mathoni Drama Queen, and Polaris Pauline. So as for me, I have been your girl. I'm going to be here on Wednesday, so stay tuned. I'm going to be here on Friday as well. Same time, same place. Let me love and leave you. Mwah.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Hizi ndio siku tuliota, zile siku tuliomba, zile tulisema siku moja, zile siku tulingoja, zile vitu tumeona, siku ngapi tumeoshwa, mara ngapi tumegongwa, mara ngapi hatukuonwa. But it's over now, zote tume overcome, blessing in the overrun.
gonna do kile utadu.
I'm in the groove, back in the scene, I'm making the move. Been on the low, now living good. Leveling up forever mood. Hizo siku tulisota, hizo days back when tukiota. Ona vile sa God amedo, ona vile ja ame come through. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Twende kazi bro, twende kazi yo. Let's go, let's go, let's go. No stopping us, you already know. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Siku hizi nasonga songa, jina yangu naiona ona, na kwa jina la baba baba nitazidi kuchokoza koza. I mean, nimezoea life kunitwado something, machozi ikikom nitisaya daijin. Kwani sisi tutangoja mpaka lini? Na deni yangu fast na okote sahi. What it is, what it is, what it is. Nimekam na kikosi to excuse tafadhali yanayopita hayatoshi. What it is, what it is, what it is. Nimekam na kikosi to excuse tafadhali yanayopita hayatoshi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.